Just to update that this video is extracted from the our member audio or member stream, right? Where I do the personalized training. So it may contain some extra talks just for at that time because it is just a cutout from that whole video of 1 hour. Okay. As always, so do consider subscribing to the channel. 92% of people are not subscribing after watching the video. It does help the content creator, right? And if you're coming from Google search and if this video helps you, don't forget to give super thanks and always like and subscribe. Don't forget to ask any question in the comment section. I do reply to all of them. Thank you.
Now, coming back to what exactly I am doing. So there was a one flow I have created earlier where we are asking for uh, flight number to display what exactly the flight status is. Okay. Now to get the flight status, we have to rely on actual website data, right? So there is a website called Aviation Stack, right? Which provides you real-time flight information, and it can be your also, right? What I have done is I have get their API. Okay, so if you go to the API documentation and go through it, right? So what I required is I required flight information, right? So I will search for the flights, right? API endpoint flights. So you can see over here, details are given over here, same exactly I have used the flights, I have given my access key, and I have given the filter as my flight number. Okay. If you have your own US flight number, you can give me over here. I can give a try and it will give me the result of what exactly happened to that flight. What is their exact status, like when it has started or landed or not. So I have used their API, okay, aviation stack, and these are the filter I can add, okay. And what we get is response like this. This is a JSON response, okay. Now, if I come back to my code or over here, let me copy this one so that we can open in Notepad. It will be big or full screen. Okay, so when we call our flight, so I search for this flight number 6E6359. If you can see over here, 6E6359. This is a flight about from Pune to Kolkata. These are the two cities within India. Okay. And I get the details like the flight on 6th December, like for today. It has landed in Lohegaon, which is the airport name, and this is a departure city. This is arrival city, and IOTA. So I was talking about the IOTA, right? So every airport has their own unique code, right? Like when you search for any tickets, right, in your what do you say website, you get a unique ticket, a unique code for your city name. Maybe in US also it will be there. It has to be there because this is specific to airlines. So you get one specific IOTA code, which is this one. So this is PNQ is Pune, CCU is Kolkata, and when it was scheduled to departure, at what time it has departure, actual time, right? And runway time and all this information that you get. Then you also get the airline details like flight in which Indigo, which flight was it was, and all these details. It also gives for the yesterday also if you want to pull the information. Okay. Now how to use it, right, in your Amazon Connect world, right? So we have what we did is in this use case is we are asking for uh, sure I can assist with your flight status. Please enter the flight number present in your ticket. For example, we have given this thing. So user will enter alphanumeric value, we will capture that one over here and we assign it to the flight number variable. Then we are calling a lambda call airline API, and we are passing flight number as a one of the variable, right? If I come over here in the code, right? So what I am checking is if API call is booking, no, we are calling for flight status. So over here, so we'll get the flight number. We are calling this API, which is this one, right? And what we get response back, response object, sorry, call this response. So this response will contain whole JSON over here like this, right? Now what we will do is from this we will iterate and try to get the flight date, flight status, departure, arrival, airline, and all this thing. And then we will return back the message saying that okay, dated flight, airline, blah, from and to, status equal to this. So this is how we will respond back. I can demo this one, don't worry. Uh, so yeah, this is at high level how to call a API. Now how I got this code. Okay, so the best thing about the postman is, so once you call the postman, right, so there is something called this icon is there, right? What I can do is I can generate the code in any language. Okay, so like I do in Node.js, I can generate the code in Node.js. You can see over here the code, and same thing I have just copy pasted in my Lambda. Over here you can see xcs config, and this is what I have done. Xcs config, calling that one, and what exactly the request is required. We required a request like this. So similarly, I created the request like this on this thing. Same if you are a Python developer, I'm sure something for Python you will get like this. You have to just copy paste the code in your Lambda to get the response, and from there you have to parse the response. Any question so far in this calling the API from your code?
It's a lot to digest, but I think we'll get it at some point.
Okay, no worries. Uh, so let me do a testing. I don't think we have anything. What is this? Flight status. Okay, so what we will do is we will search for your flights. What is that? Dallas to New York. We'll search for DL454. Let's see if it is a valid one or not. Uh, so DL, what was that? 454. 454. So yeah, there is a one thing over there. We will go back to our Amazon Connect. Sure, we can assume. So we will give the DL454. It will call the Lambda and we should get a response back from the Lambda saying that, okay, this is the result, the status. Okay, so here are the flight status. On 5th, it Delta airline was the airline name, and it has started from Dallas. It went to John F. Kennedy International Airport, and the status is landed. So this is we have extracted from all these garbage values that we get, right? So we get many things. What I have extracted is I have extracted, I think, the flight status, date, and this one, arrival airport name, departure airport name, and what else was there? Airline name. Airline name was this one. Okay, so this is actually a real-time API which is published by the another company for free for developer till 1,000 calls. After 1,000 call, you have to pay a charge. Excuse me. Okay, dokie.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
Dokie.